momento más grande de tu carrera, undisputed super middleweight title, pero más relajado, una observación con tus oponentes. Para ti es siempre un momento normal, pero para tu oponente es siempre la pelea más grande de su carrera. Tú notas las emociones, el nerviosismo en tus oponentes, especialmente en el principio de la pelea, como en el primer, segundo asalto, y también en esa conferencia de cosas.
Sí, es diferente para ellos obviamente, porque es su primera grande presentación fue lo que me pasó a mí también con Floyd Mayweather cuando peleé el mejor libra por libra, mi primer evento tan grande. A lo mejor fue un poquito diferente para mí, pero sí, marca una gran diferencia, ¿no? Pero pues al final de cuentas pues yo vengo a hacer lo mío.
¿Qué piensas de Blue Moon TV?
No, la verdad es que agradecido porque estén aquí apoyando a Blue Moon TV, gracias por el apoyo y espero toda la gente esté apoyándonos.
I think Canelo's been taking drugs throughout his career.
I wouldn't say throughout his career, but I had suspected it for a couple of years, you know. And I'd actually spoken to a couple of guys. I spoke to a couple of fighters too about it recently. One of them called me after the failed drug test. He's like, "Bro, you were just telling me this last month." It was literally a month before. I was talking about this with somebody else. But yeah, I'd say probably the last couple of years I suspected something. But you know, I mean, what's the use of talking about it? Nobody wants to hear it anyway, right?
Listen, if you give a 6-month suspension, okay, with no fine and no consistent drug testing after that, what's the fucking point? The guy can just go home right now and dope. He could be doping up right now for all we know. He's suspended. He's not getting tested. He's not doing anything. Okay? The way you handle that, you want to give a 6-month suspension and let it play out. You fine him. You give a 6-month suspension, and then you put him on a 2-year probationary period where he's consistently and strongly random drug tested throughout the next 2 years. And if he fails any of those tests in the next 2 years, you add 2 or 3 years to that suspension. So then it becomes a 2.5-year suspension. But you know why they won't do that? Because they don't want to actually catch Canelo's cheating. Because if, God forbid, you catch this guy cheating again and you got to suspend him for 2-3 years, then you all lose money and it's a big problem. So nobody actually wants to fix it.
Testing in Mexico.
Yes, that's why he mistimed the cycle.
Surprise.
He mistimed the cycle. He didn't expect them to show up in Mexico. You know what I mean? He didn't expect them to come show up in Mexico. So he thought like, okay, I'm gonna get to Vegas. By this point, it's gonna clear my system. Nah, my man, we came and surprised you. But I'll tell you what, that's about the time you start testing for a May 5th fight. It's early early February, right? So this guy was doing it during his time off, which is the problem in general for if you don't have year-round random drug testing. These guys are gonna do it during their time off consistently. So part of this suspension problem should be 6-month suspension, 2-year probationary period where you're drug tested all the time, consistently, randomly, consistently for the next 2 years. And if you fail that one, you get a 2-year suspension. They're not gonna do it though. They don't have the balls to do that. You need balls to do that.
No jail time?
Huh?
No jail time? 30 days in jail?
Nah, no jail time. Just give him force him a drug test. It's like jail for him.